Good morning. Are y'all up? If you already had your coffee, I bet you have. Good morning, good morning. Today I have some peaches. They're fresh peaches that I froze. And I put a little sugar in it. And I'm going to make a pie out of it this morning. I am, and I see that I have some coming in. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. What a great day it's going to be today. It's October. And listen, and that's a good thing. And my eyes are still watering a little bit, so I've got to keep my glasses on. Doctor said I'm going to have to keep them on for at least another week. Let my eyes clear up. And so that'll be good because they're cute. I picked out some cute frames and they look, they look all right. And so I'm glad you're here this morning with me. Good morning. I'm so glad to see you. I've got some peaches here, y'all, that they're from the summertime and I froze them and I cooked them. Not cooked them. I put a little sugar in them and mixed them around. And I'm going to make some little fried pies today out of them. And so I wanted to tell you, on this dough, I've told you, when you're making fried pies, make your dough thin like that. And this is how you do it. This is how you can do it. You can do it out of leftover biscuit dough and just add a little more flour to it until it gets kind of stiff. Or you can mix them. In other words, if you were making it from scratch, you could mix some all-purpose, white lily, the all-purpose, with a little bit of the self-rising flour, or you can make it out of either one as long as you add some flour. So here's all you do. You just get a bowl. Put maybe a cup of flour in it, maybe a cup and a half, something like that. You want a good little bit. If you want to make a lot of pies, make 2 cups. And then put you some oil or grease in there, about 3 tablespoons of it. And then you can mix water, or you can mix buttermilk, or you can mix sweet milk. It does not matter until you can form you a dough ball. Put it out on your counter and work it real good until it gets stiff, and add more flour to it as you go. So then what you do is this. And when people come to the Cottle House, I'll say, have y'all made the fried pies? And they'll say, no, I hadn't made them yet. And I'll say, why not? And they say, well, I'm just afraid. Well, y'all, don't be afraid in life. God's not the author of fear. All right, so then I'm going to take my little peaches right here, and I'm going to put me a good heavy tablespoon in the middle like that. Then I'm going to take my water. This is one of the most important parts, is your water. This works like a glue. So you tip your little finger in there and go around the edge like this. Just one edge. All right? And then you pull this side up over it like that. And then put your fingers in some flour and press it down real good. Take you a knife and cut off some of the extra off of it like this. And the part you cut off, set it aside because you could use it. Put your fork in the flour like that. That's so that it won't stick to the pie. And go around the pie like this. Okay. And then you have your little fried pie. See? And we're going to deep fat fry it because it doesn't take long when you deep fat fry something. All right, I'm going to set this one aside. I'm going to put a little bit of flour on my surface over here for me to lay it down so it won't stick to my little area. All right there. So that's how you make a fried pie. Now we're going to talk. I did go back to the doctor yesterday. And they said I need to be on my medicine a little bit longer, that my eye was still irritated. And somebody that I talked to yesterday when I went to an antique shop said, "Well, Brenda, did you throw away all your makeup?" And I said, "What are you talking about? What are you saying to me?" They said, "Well, when you get an eye infection, you're supposed to throw your makeup away, your eye makeup, because it may have that infection on it." I said, "Oh no, I didn't throw it away. Oh, I didn't know that." So today, what I did is I threw away the ones that I was using, but I had a little sack that had some old eye makeup in it that I had used a while back, and I got it out to do me some eyelashes, because I don't have any eyelashes. Do y'all? I don't have any. Well, they don't show up because my hair is so light. But anyway, and I enjoyed my trip to town yesterday. I bought this new dress. Do y'all like it? I went into a store. It wasn't an antique store. It was a little boutique. They had this one, and it was off a little bit. And so I thought, ooh, that's my fall color. That's brown. I love brown and, the fall colors. And so I bought it. And it's just a little shirt waist dress, kind of knee length like this. And I think it's cute. It's real comfortable. I got size large. I have to have a large. And so, because if it's too tight, it just doesn't feel good. You're pulling and jerking on it all the time. So I don't want to do that. So tell me about today. If any of y'all are in the Carolinas, are y'all getting all that rain and everything this morning? My little bae is up there in it. She's in South Carolina. My little granddaughter. I hadn't talked to her this morning. I talked to her a little bit on yesterday. She was fine. She's having to study hard and do. Aren't you glad that you've already graduated and you don't have to take another test? Have you ever thought about that? Have y'all ever thought about that? I have. I've thought about, oh my goodness, I'd hate to know I had to take another test. When I was in college, let me get my nose wiped off a little bit. Let me get over here and do it. Let me wipe my hands off. When I was in college, it was the same as it is right now. I couldn't do anything at night. I am not a night owl. I asked some of you the other day if you were a night owl or a day owl or whatever. Some of y'all said you were a night owl, and some of you said you were a day owl. Well, in other words, in the morning I can get so much done. I'm just as alert right now as you've ever seen, and I can get a lot done in the morning. But the later it gets in the day, oh honey, the later it gets in the day, I'm not fitting for nothing. I don't think as well. My energy is gone. I'm sleepy. All kind of stuff. So I am definitely a morning songbird. What are y'all? Are y'all a songbird in the morning, or you're an old night owl? I've got my daughter-in-law, Anna, she's a night owl. And I'm telling you this, it could be, and some of y'all may be like this, it could be 10 o'clock at night and they start a project. And I'm thinking, what in the world are y'all doing? It's 10 o'clock. You should have been into bed a long time ago. But she'll start a project, get out her paints and do all this stuff. I cannot do that. I mean, I cannot do that. Uh-oh. Now that one tore in two. Look here. So I'm going to have to do that back again. Put me some flour on my surface and start over with this one. I don't know why it just flipped in. I think I didn't put enough flour on it. Y'all get you a new dress for the fall. You can wear it to church, and this one you can wear like to the grocery store or just shopping or anything because it's so casual. It's got those little loopy things on the side to pull up. This reminds me of a man's shirt. I often wondered if you could take a man's shirt and make a cute little dress out of it. You'd hardly have to add another shirt to the bottom of it for some length or something like that. I don't know. All right, 4 people are going to have peach pie, and one person's going to have, and the other people are going to have apple pie because I don't have enough peaches. But I don't know which one's going to get what. I'll have to say, y'all, you're going to get a pie this morning, but I don't know what kind you're picking up. Oh, my goodness. I hadn't read any names this morning, and that's because I will have to come back later and do that. Oh, Lord, let me mention this. I forgot to do this. Matter of fact, I've been meaning to do it for days for y'all on Cooking with Brenda Gantt, but I forgot. But here's what I want to tell you. You should have seen that your credit card has been charged for the book. And here's for the coffee table book. And here's the reason. They're sending the book address to the printer, and they're fixed to start sending out books. Probably the 1st of November, or if not that, it'll be the last of October. So that's why that you've been charged, is because the book's fixed to come out. The Southern Mirror, it's done. They have got it. They've got it printed. You know I do everything in America. Everything. My paper comes from America. My book person. Everything. It's a hardback book. And on every page of my coffee table book, there's great pictures. And a lot of good stories to read and all this information. You're going to love it. And somebody said, I don't have a coffee table. Darling, get out and buy you a coffee table. And buy you one that's old and ragged so you can put your feet up on it. Put it in front of your couch, sit back and relax. That's what you need to be doing. All right, y'all. We're going to fix to fry these. Let me turn my eye on high over here. I've got a big skillet with grease in it. It's got lard in it. Good old pig lard. All right, here we go. I think this is my last peach pie. Let's see. Yep, this is it. I'm going to have to mix a little apple with this one. I didn't have enough peaches left. This person's going to get an apple peach pie. Let me get a little apple over here and put with it so they'll have a nice little pie. Anyway, I went there, and I went to an antique shop, and the antique shop I go to had beautiful flowers outside that you could buy. Fall flowers, chrysanthemums, and they had some pumpkins. And aren't you excited? I love fall. My hickory nuts are falling, and the squirrels are coming and getting them just as quick as they can. All right, there's my pie. It's half one and half of another. And here's some more dough that I had, and it's too soft. Let me show you what I'm talking about. That's some leftover biscuit dough. You see how soft it is? It's sticky, and look at that. See how that is? What you have to do now to make this dough is you're going to have to put a lot of flour on it. Put it down on your surface and beat it to death. And keep adding a little flour until that dough is just as stiff as it can be. And that will be a good thing, and then you're ready to roll it out. It's still mighty soft. See there? See how soft it is? That's biscuit dough. I'm going to add some more flour to it. What I'm adding to it is all-purpose, white lily all-purpose. So this will, you know, make it a little stiffer. Because it's already got, it was made with self-rising. So, okay, here we go. Let's try this one. Let me clean off my surface a little bit. All right, pull you off some about the size of a nice golf ball. Hey, Linda. Oh, there's two Lindas back to back. No, that's Lydia. I've heard some names before that I have never heard before. I'm telling you, these mamas, they name their baby stuff, and they can't even spell it when they go to kindergarten. It's so hard. Y'all be easy. Did y'all like that Johnny Cash song that said that they named him Sue, but it made him a strong man? I always liked that song. All right, here's an apple pie. Let me do this. I'm going to look at my grease. I'm going to show y'all how to tell if your grease is hot enough. And pull that up over it like that. And press it. Get your fork. Press it down. Cut off the extra. All right, there's another pie. We're coming right along this morning. Yes, sirree. All right, let's come over here. We're going to test our grease. I'm going to show y'all how to do it. All right, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to get just a little pinch of dough. Like that. Just a little tiny pinch. We're going to come over here to our grease that's actually moving. And I'm going to put this in it. And it didn't come right back up. That means that my grease isn't hot enough yet. That dough should pop right back up just as soon as you put it in there. And if it doesn't, you need to wait a minute and let it get hotter. Anyway, I leave my grease in that pot back there, and I've got a big top, a lid that goes on it, and I leave it on there. And after a few cookings, I let it settle while it's still warm, and before it solids back up, and I pour that grease into a bowl. And so there are always some crumblies and stuff in the bottom of it, where it fell out of the pie or whatever. And when that happens, you need to go to your garbage can and pour all that grease out in the garbage can that's at the very bottom of your skillet. And wipe your skillet out good with a paper towel, clean it, wash it, whatever you want to do. Get it real clean and pour that oil in the bowl back into that skillet. Because it's still good. It's just that there got to be a lot of crumblies on the bottom. Y'all going to a ball game tomorrow night, Friday night? Oh, this is something else I need to tell you. I forgot about this. This is important. Well, two things, actually. If you lost your credit card and they sent you a new one and you forgot to call Hoffman Media and tell them so that you could get your book, then you need to do that. Because some of you have lost your card and you had to call the company and get a new card. Well, Hoffman doesn't know that, so they can't charge you because they don't have the right credit card, and they're not going to send you a book because they can't charge you. So if you've got a new credit card, you make sure you call Hoffman Media today and get that fixed. And their number is 833-839-6871. Okay? So y'all do that. And here's the other thing I want to tell you. Some of y'all are on Facebook and YouTube. Ready? You see that thing pop back up right there? I'm going to turn it down now. I can turn it down. Let me put you over here so y'all can watch these cook. Let me get you right here. We're going to sit you up, darling. Y'all need to sit up here this morning. Let's get the light over here. We're going to watch these nice pies cook. They're going to cook, cook, cook. All right, let's put one in. Here's the first one we made. Let's put it in right here. Y'all ease them down in there. Don't have your skillet too full of grease now, because you don't want it to overflow. All right, there they are. See how good they're doing? Y'all can see that. See that? See how good it's doing? All right, I'm going to put one more in there. All right, I've got it on 7 right now. I had it on high till it got hot. Then I turned it down a little bit to 7. Okay? That's what I did. Get some of those crumblies off the top. There's the 2 pieces of stuff we put in there to test our grease. We don't want that. All right, while that's cooking, I want to show y'all something. Some of y'all are having trouble making your glaze. All right, look at that. I have put 1 big scoop of powdered sugar in there. Now watch this. I want y'all to watch this. I've got some water right here, and I'm going to put this much. Watch. What was that, about a tablespoon? I'm going to stir it up. You can put too much water in a heartbeat. You don't need to do that. All right, let's put a little bit more. And stir it. That's all it is. All right, look at that. That's enough. Look at this. See there? If you put too much water to start with, it's going to be too liquidy, and then you're going to have to put some more sugar. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? You can use milk or water. All right, these are done, you might say. Here's my grits right here. Let me stir them. Look at that. Got some good grits this morning. All right, let's put them on our paper towel, and I'm going to show y'all how to glaze them. There's our paper towel right here. All right, this is ready. Take it up, let it drain. Put it down on your paper towel. All right, I'm gonna put 3 more or 2 more in there now. Let me put them in real gently. And while they're cooking, let's glaze these 3. So you get your glaze like this and gently let it go over the top. Make sure you get some on the little points because they love to eat those, the little ends of it. And this is all there is to make it a pie. And remember this, if you have leftovers from the night before, like, let's say you had roast beef or chicken and rice or cream potatoes or butter beans or whatever, mix that together in a bowl. And put you some cheese in there with it. And when you do, make you some fried pies out of those. And you know what they're going to turn into? Do you know? Hot Pockets. You're going to make homemade Hot Pockets. That's going to be a good thing. Y'all, take care. God bless you. Wear a smile today. Hug somebody. And do a good job. Enjoy this good fall weather. Put you on something that looks like fall. Love y'all. Bye-bye.